for those of you who I haven't met, I think I've met most, but for those of you who I haven't met, I'm Alyson. I'm Andrew's favorite sister. You'll hear me refer to him as Andrew throughout this speech. I don't think I've ever called him Andy, so just for, setting the stage, we are talking about the groom, same person. All right, so Andrew and I, we're gonna keep it together. Andrew and I were really close growing up, as most of you know. Mom always says kind of like a joke with us when she brought Andrew home from the hospital. I was like so excited that I would sometimes squeeze him too tight. Lack of oxygen probably explains a few things now thinking about it in retrospect, but it's all good, builds character. So anyway, we were super close growing up. We shared a lot of the same interests as kids, both always involved in some type of activity or sport or whatever, something that we could always share common ground in. And we were lucky to have kind of a built-in bestie for, family vacations, camping trips, swim meets, family reunions, cookouts, etc. But when I think back to some of my fondest memories of us as kids, I can't help but think of the many days spent together at the Little League baseball field, which there are a few of you out there that remember those days. So like I said, always involved in some sort of activity, swimming, dancing, gymnastics. He'll deny it, but I have pictures to prove that. Basketball, football, for him, cheerleading for me, soccer, but baseball is really the one that really sticks out. My dad was always a really big part of Andrew's sporting career, acting as a coach or mentor. My mother never missed a game, always there to wipe tears or pump us up after a job well done. And my job was to be the obnoxious older sister, cheering loudly from the bleachers, trying to do my best to show him how proud I was, but also to embarrass him a little bit along the way. He despised me for it, but it didn't matter. It actually just kind of fueled my fire. If anybody knows that that's how it works. So that continued on into his high school career, and actually, to be honest, he was a very good athlete, so the praise and cheering wasn't unwarranted, but it was 1,000% unwanted on his part. Fast forward a few years, we both went and graduated from the same college. And then not long after that, he decided to move out to California for his job with a company called Abbott. So moving across the country was obviously a huge change, like not expected, kind of came out of nowhere. And it was a big change for us too. Like for one, I didn't know how much I was actually gonna miss him, but I did. And luckily he wasn't out there alone for very long. Abby also worked at Abbott and they hit it off instantly. So when he met Abby, it was a relief for us to know back east that he had somebody out there that he could spend his time with and get to know, who had a wonderful family who accepted him and took him in as their own, right? And especially it was really nice because they had so much in common right off the bat, pun intended, because they both share a love for, you guessed it, baseball. So Abby is a lover of the LA Dodgers. And Fenway Frank over here, having lived in Boston after his college days, is a big Sox guy. So, as you can imagine, on game day the beer is cold, the banter is even more refreshing, and each inning is more exciting than the next. So, when Abby and Andrew asked me to say a few words at their wedding, I was thinking about how I wanted to go about it, what I wanted to say, and then naturally the thought came to mind, why not share some advice in terms of their favorite pastime? So, first and foremost, we all know too well that life is short. 9 innings can feel like a lifetime in the blink of an eye at the same time. So buy the $15 beer. Be sure to get yourself that ridiculously expensive t-shirt at the baseball park. Seasons come and they go. There may be a stretch of bad luck. At times you guys might feel like you're striking out or the rain delays just keep coming, but persevere and know that you have each other. To make it together through all of life's curveballs and strikeouts. When you finally hit that home run, it's going to taste that much sweeter being next to your number one fan. Continue the teammate mentality that you have now as you grow in your marriage. Always support one another. Be open to suggestion and constructive criticism on how to improve your game. Make sure you're always there to greet each other at home plate with a smile, maybe a little slap on the bum for a Continue to work on the game plan. No matter what is hit your way, assess, maneuver, work together, follow through, and make the play every time. It's not always about keeping score. A little competition is good, but remember, you are parking it in the same dugout. Keep your eyes on the ball and heart set on making it to the World Series every single time. When one of you wins, you both win. Keep feeding your passion for the game, keeping the marriage nourished and fulfilled. Life gets crazy and messy and busy and exhausting, but if you invest in your lineup, you'll bring home the W every time. Most importantly, always remember to have fun together. Abby, I'm so glad that Andrew found his person in you, and lucky for you, I can now officially fold you into the mix and cheer you on as loudly and proudly and obnoxiously from the sideline as I've always done with him. So please, everyone, if you could raise a glass or a big foam finger, if you got it. I'd like to make a toast to my brother Andrew, my new sister-in-law Abby, and starting this new chapter in their lives together. Let's play ball.